Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Gardening in the Delta. It's a nice hot afternoon, getting close to sunset. Claude's been out here today doing some work, and he came across a big old nasty anthill. A pretty good sized one, too. When he comes across them, he always gets rid of them. Tries to. Yep, that's a big one, all right on top of the mondo.
Okay, let me show the people what I use.
Yeah, what's the best thing you use to get rid of fire ants? And these mounds are fire ants, too.
Yeah, I had heard of fire ants, but I never had any introduction to them until we moved down here in the Delta, and they're everywhere down here. A mound can pop up overnight, just like this one did. I've probably put poison on probably 15 or 20 today.
Just today, yeah.
And this is what I use.
That's one of the two brands we get, but that's the best one we like when we find it.
It says Mound Destroyer, and it really does. Starts to work in minutes.
And
kills the queen. That's what you've got to do. You've got to buy something that will kill the queen. If you don't kill the queen, guess what she'll do? Just go somewhere else and start another hill.
Yep.
So you've got to make sure that it kills the queen. And this is a granule product.
We buy that at Lowe's all the time. I get as many bags as I can when I go to Lowe's. And then we dump it out in this, I save these empty containers of fabric softener for him to use, and I write ant poison on it, and then when he carries it around with him out here to kill ant hills when he comes across them.
Yeah, it's easier to handle than that bag is right there.
Yeah.
I can kind of control how much granules that I put out.
And that container holds one whole bag.
Okay. You get a good view of that. Okay.
Right there.
Make sure you cover the whole mound.
All right. That looks well covered.
And
oh, look, I see him running. I can see him. Yeah, I can see him running.
Yeah.
Right over there, a bunch of oodles of them.
Watch them.
I'm watching, yeah. Good grief.
Thousands of them. Okay. I can come out here. It's going to take about 2 days. But I can come out here in 2 days and I can poke another hole in it. Wow. No ants. They'll all be dead.
Just look at them go.
Yeah.
Hundreds of them. Probably thousands.
And before you go, let me tell you about
get a little
why
closer.
they call them fire ants. Because if they bite you, that's what it feels like. So like somebody has touched you with a hot poker, and a big blister will come up on you where they bit you. It will keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it stretches the skin to the point that it bursts. And you can go to the doctor, and the doctor will say, I can't do anything about it. You'll just have to let it go until it bursts.
On its own.
What I'm going to tell you to do, a doctor will say won't work, and I don't guarantee that it'll work either. I'm not a doctor, but when you get bit, immediately go and put some bleach on it. Take a Benadryl. Now, if it persists, if a little tiny blister comes up there, you may have to do this. Take a Benadryl every 4 hours and put the bleach on it twice a day. Within 3 days, it will go away. You want to know how I know that works? I've done it.
Yeah, we're both talking from experience. We both have gotten bit by fire ants. That's how we discovered they were down here, and we started killing them. And we both got blisters, like they said. And bleach is also great to put on your skin if you get poison ivy or poison oak on you. If you can immediately know it's there and go wash yourself that skin part with bleach, that will help lessen the severity of it. Wow, they're running all over.
So, I'm not going to charge you anything for that advice, but I'm telling you, please, please, protect yourself when you go out in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in an area which has fire ants.
Right. We never had this problem with fire ants till we moved down here about 4 years ago. But
I think just to make
they're
sure,
very prevalent down here where we
I'm going
live.
to put a little bit more on there. Let's see if we can get some down in that hole there.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it covered up in there.
Now, what this does is turns the table on them. This poison, it will actually burn their, not their skin, what do you call it, ectoskeleton?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exoskeleton.
Yeah. So, that's payback for you suckers.
And not everybody is affected by a fire ant bite, right? Most people are, but not everybody.
Same thing with poison ivy.
Mm-hmm.
My father could lie down in a bed of poison ivy or poison oak, get up, wouldn't have any problem. Unfortunately, in this case, I take after my mother, who was allergic, unfortunately, to almost everything in the world. And so I take after her. And if I even look at poison ivy, I get it. And that's what I've been doing today. I've been down there, if you can, well, you can't see it from here. On the other side of our drive, we have a huge magnolia, about the size of that one. And it was covered with poison oak coming up everywhere up under it. So I got out there today with my brush killer and sprayed it. It will probably take about 2 weeks for that to take effect and kill it. What the brush killer does is it goes down, it'll kill the leaves, but it'll also go down and kill the roots. That's what you've got to do. You've got to make sure the roots are killed. Okay, what are you taking a picture of?
Oh, our poor little rose bush over there. I think it got stampeded by the deer. It's broken in half. You want to take it over there? It was nice and tall about a week ago. It was at least 2 feet tall. Now it's half gone. We've had problems now with the deer right through here. They'll run over plants and smush them down and break them, eat them. Yeah, it's broken in half pretty bad. They have eaten some of it? Wow.
Yeah. So we're probably going to have to transplant that somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't think deer would eat the roses part of it because of the thorns.
They didn't eat the thorns, just the roses. I mean, just the leaves.
Just the leaves, not the thorns. They left the thorns, huh?
Yeah. One problem we've had with the deer this year is we haven't had much trouble with them until this year, because if you can show the field out there.
The big field, that huge field, yeah. Oh, we're just not ours, but
the field to forage in, but that field just kind of died out this year. So they've not had the field to feed on. They've been looking for just about anything to eat.
Maybe they planted something the deer don't like to eat out there in the field.
I don't think it's that. It's all turned brown.
Yeah.
So it's died for some reason. I don't know why. They may have planted something different. They've been planting soybeans in the past.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they planted this year.
Okay.
It's somebody new owns that.
Okay.
So maybe they had a different idea of
What to plant, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's all we've got for today.
Guess we'll call this a wrap. We'll say goodbye one more time to these ants over here, see how they're doing, what they're doing.
Did you remind them of our other YouTube channels?
Oh, I need to do that, yeah. There'll be links below to our other channels. I just got through with a cooking video a little while ago, which we're going to enjoy for supper. I made a quiche, breakfast quiche. And you can see what I put in it. If you go look on Cooking with MARYSUE, and his other channel is BRO.CLAUDE Reflects.
Hey,
and
if you'll notice, There are not many ants there.
No, where'd they go?
they're, they're probably dying because their ectoskeleton is on fire
They're
now.
all running around. Yep. Yep. Did they take the poison back to the queen? Or
Yeah.
what?
Mhm.
Okay, well, how it gets down to her, way down there.
Well, that's the reason I wanted to put some in that hole there.
Yeah, yeah.
Make sure it got down to the queen's palace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Okay, say goodbye to the folks.
Yeah, we're going to call this a wrap. Like I said, there'll be links below to my other channels. There'll be a link to I have a new website for my book, children's book I wrote a while back called Awesome Adventures of Miss Kitty and Her Woodland Friends. The website for that book is animalsliftourspirits.com. A link to my eBay store. And we'll be back some point in the near future with another video. Goodbye, everybody. Saw something? Uh-huh.
Show them the vines up there that have been growing
Ooh,
up
on that big
these,
tree? Yeah.
pine trees that I sprayed
Way
them.
up. Okay.
Yeah.
They are dying because you sprayed them
They
with
are
brush
all
killer.
dead.
You
So-
shouldn't let vines grow up a tree because it will smother and kill the tree eventually if you let them stay on there.
Yeah. And when we moved here, the people just didn't take care of the property like they would have if they probably lived here full time.
Mm-hmm.
But this, believe it or not, was, in their words, their weekend cabin.
Yeah, I think the last 2 years they owned it, it became just a weekend getaway. Before that, they lived here for 8 years, and it became their weekend. They bought another house and didn't come back as often to take care of it. But we bought it and we love it. We're taking care of it.
Okay, you can say bye now.
Okay, we'll say bye.
Yeah, I want to go get some quiche.
Quiche, okay. Happy gardening, everybody. Bye.